Okay, so I'm recording because I just read an article in The Atlantic about how to be an anti racist teacher. And I had like an official life moment breakthrough because I realized that my favorite teacher growing up was an anti racist. And I don't think she was a conscious anti racist, but every single thing that they list in the article is how she treated me in her classroom. She okay, background. I grew up in Orange, Connecticut. It is a very white town. Um, I was let's see, in elementary school, my brother and I, from first grade, from kindergarten through sixth grade, were the only Black students in the school. Let's say there's around 400 kids in the school. Um, and that's definitely a low estimation. In middle school, I was one of my brother and I are 5 years apart. So elementary school was the only time we were in school together. Middle school, I was one of maybe five Black students. And fast forward to my high school graduating class, there were two of us out of probably 500 kids. Um, but in high school, I had a teacher. Her name was Miss Kimball. She taught English. Um, I had been placed into like an AP English class, and we were studying, what's it called? Mythology, Greek mythology. So there was like all this memorization required. I've always loved to read. I've always been like, you know, in accelerated reading classes. But this class that required all this memorization was not for me. I didn't do well. The teacher made a call like to my parents and suggested the class was too hard for me. I needed to go. I shouldn't be in the AP class. I needed to, basically get out of her class, like whatever. So I hated it. I hated going to it. I hated everything about it. Um, so they put me in Miss Kimball's class, and it was like a composition English class. I think we read Maya Angelou. I'm not sure. But I know I got into that class. The first thing we had to do was read and then write an essay. I was always really good at writing. I wrote this essay. I got it back. I got an A. And she was like, she wrote a note in the paper, and it was like, don't know why you're in my class. Like you shouldn't be in my class. You should be in whatever AP class. But I stayed in her class because I immediately felt valued. Um, and I think that's so important for a student. Like, ugh, like that it was that small. I was no longer sad to go to English class. Like me, a kid, I always loved English. You don't understand. I always loved reading. I always loved writing. And to be in this other class where I was basically told to get out and then be in a new class with a teacher who wanted me to know that I was important was so huge. And I just wrote her a note because we're still friends on Facebook. Um, and I asked her, did she know she was anti-racist? Like I graduated from high school in 1997. Yes, I am 42 years old. And I'm still like, this is how impacted I am. This article brought this out. It made me realize this is why I loved her. And I don't know, I don't think, of course, I didn't know she was an anti racist, but like, I feel like every teacher should strive to be an anti racist teacher. It's about valuing your students. It's about, the article is in the Atlantic. And let me see if I can find it, because I saved it on my other platform. How to be an anti-racist teacher. Uh, Again, it's in the Atlantic and it's written by Perrette McCamey or McCamey, McKamey. Miss Kimball, I am better because of you. You're an amazing, amazing human being. And I am so thankful that you were and still are a part of my life that has left an indelible mark. I appreciate you and I honor you.